Er son hier door ddief ha game hacking a farke orium an the nature agus upper game a hacking gwyf June. Game yedig Ron Nolik and game yedig Rob British a yauri son SWPL agus upper game a hacking Hearts gyfitol yn ei Celtic as 50 Hearts ag ol sŵs gan y cerafach mi gefat y 3 pwyngen a game a bio hacking e BBC Alpha. Agus game chen a dol is fig a jede hacking a show ounce in SWPL a jay vunig Hibernian Shach Ganyoni a nei opering agus na patrai a ju vunig topper na mahad and I Dundee United Shia at Glasgow City and I Partick Thistle agus Hill Animach who Aaron Henderson a gleig puing the Spartans I could die and I Montrose. Falter of a carton, good BBC Alpha for a wilshing a Jew, and at the nature, and I parke orium, it la carroppa, carfluch, a hound the show, and at the nature, ach, a ganyan shin dochas could be jail game, acting like Hearts at all, and night Celtic. In Magoy Clan, Falch a chude that an yolich is calling a Jew, Claire Gemel. Claire, thank you for joining us as always. Welcome to you to BBC Alpha. And what a game we have here today. The first time we've actually been here at Orium for a game in the SWPL, and what a game we have. Hearts going up against Celtic. What are your pre-match thoughts?
I think it's going to be a really interesting game. I think they've both got things to play for. Celtic are going to be wanting to keep in touch with Rangers at the top of the league, and obviously Hearts are currently in 6th but have got a chance to go back to 4th if they can manage to win this game.
Well, they nearly did beat Celtic back in September. It was 3-2 to Celtic. Hearts got a couple of early goals. For both teams though, I suppose, positives and negatives in that game.
Well, definitely. I mean, Hearts will take confidence in the fact they managed to score 2 goals and we're winning in that game. And obviously Celtic have come back in the second half and they've just turned the screw on them and they've ran away with the result at the end of the day. But, you know, they need to take confidence into the fact that they can score goals against Celtic. And, you know, we'll see what they can do today.
Hearts, though, this season, there was a lot of hype going into this season about Hearts. It's been a maybe slightly inconsistent, but stop-start. Overall, what have you made of them, and do they need a big win like this against the likes of Celtic?
I think they do. I mean, they've managed to take points off of Rangers and Glasgow City over the last couple of seasons. Celtic are the only team they've not managed to take anything from, so I think they'll really be looking to try and make a statement and do that. You've hit the nail on the head saying that they have been really inconsistent, and I think that's what will bother Eva Oled, the fact that they're leaking goals at the back, but they always look like scoring going forward, so they need to take the positives into that.
Of course, on the other hand, though, Celtic themselves look like scoring every minute of a game. 20 goals across their last 2 games in the league. What have you made of them? They're on fine form at the moment.
They are. I mean, I think it's 80 goals they've scored in 15 games. It's just a phenomenal record.
Yeah.
So, you know, good luck to anybody trying to stop them scoring. And I think that's the task that Hearts are going to have today. Can you basically stop them getting into your box? But they're so direct, so powerful, and it's going to be a tough shift.
Let's see what the managers have to say. Well, bacon up a try, Hudarnach Adish, Alec Henley Fachel, Eva Olid, Agus and Norshin, Fran Alonso.
Okay, Eva, it's been a good weekend for Hearts so far. Can your side make it a double against Celtic this afternoon?
Yeah, well, that will be a dream, no? Both teams winning against one of the best teams in Scotland. That will be a perfect weekend.
Celtic are the only team in this, when you look back at the whole year, the only team you haven't taken points off. Here you are, the last game of the year. This is a chance for you to do that.
Yeah, like last time we played against them, we were close, a 3-2 game where we were 2-0 up the first minutes, but always is difficult against them because they are a so competitive team. But, well, today we have a chance and we will try do the best that we can.
You're in a good run, 4 wins out of the last 6, so your team are full of confidence going into this game.
Yeah, and we always, at home, we are strong. I think that the teams don't come confidence to play here, and hope that is be a good game.
Fran, one more game in 2023. It's been a good season so far from you. You'll be wanting to finish on a high.
Yeah, of course. I think so far is obviously the best ever campaign to date at this stage in all our years of history, and it's very important for us that we finish on a high with all the points that we already got, all the goals that we have scored. We want to add to that and make sure we are within touching distance of the top of the league.
expecting another tough game early in the season. They surprised you, albeit Celtic were in a different place in the back of a Champions League game. You're in a different position going into this one.
Yeah, it's always they're a good team. Obviously, this is a team that in the last 2 years they have invested heavily in the team, and you can see good recruitment, and the team is well drilled. So it's always a very tough game. I think they punish us. That's what happened against them. If you are not fully focused, they punish you, and that's what happened at Airdrie. We were 2-0 down after 20 minutes. But you know, if we got one good thing is the mental strength of this football team and how we are able to deal with adverse situations, and this never give up mentality that so far this year has been even better than in previous years. So I got total faith in my players that they will be up for it and they will be fully focused from the beginning.
Have to ask you, Fran, all these reports in the media about your own future. Can you say anything to the Celtic fans about that? Are you going to be here for the rest of the campaign?
Well, the only thing I can say is obviously rumors are rumors, and you know you shouldn't talk about that. But my 100% focus is on trying to get the 3 points against Hearts, and hopefully that happened today.
Siad gaibh Mahan, the manager, and Eva Ola, agus an nuair sin beach go maith inche nach an hin bó Fran Alonso. Gave sin beach géile bó Claire Gemmell adrasa. Claire, we just heard there from Fran Alonso, not really entertaining Alex's question about speculation. We have to say it is just speculations at the moment in time, but what do you think that says?
Well, he wasn't giving too much away at all, was he? I mean, I think at the end of the day, he does, like he says, he's going to need to just focus on what he's trying to do with Celtic right now. I think he's been really good for Celtic, so I'm not surprised that folk potentially might be coming in for him, but it'll be interesting to see what happens with him and if he is here for the rest of the season or not.
And if this is his last game, but thank you for now, Claire. Agus I will address the Hastings and Noel Gurnia Kaddish on our game face good do Celtic at all in the heart. Like Alec Henley.
More thank you, Michael. Fall to the Vadashig Nation, go Orium. Agus focus Kramek ar lenta Radish. Idir Jetonicse, maar er was Jetonicse Gai. Maar er was een county game at Glasgow City. Hearts en Celtic dat na de Jew daar skippen aan de 4 Juhund. Agus dagens verliezen kreeg leprak. Agus unaardig aanskak skippen. Agus Kaelin Michi had een stig en een skippen. I kaartsig le gema keer gehoon die party thistle jack in Gai. Agus Danny Finlay Balweek na Dale Lashin Tushim Khanapingi. Agus Inch noch Kuja Kathleen McGovern the Vagluich Celtic a foot of the ish say should have Vingi Jew. Unaardig is on Celtic Kuja van de skipper hoek Dronje Shech Ganyoni Spartans Jack in Gai Shen Mengyu. Mr. Kluich Gemeen in Patke. I should stay agus Nurimanadi with Tuchum Khanapingi. Enyam later the Vingi Shin Olivia McStay, Nianik John McStay, Kumal, the Tre Skinnyloch, Yana McStay's ex Celtic. Katie Lockwood did the Vicheno fear va le Tusantel, the Hearts, I guess, clicking Nasatya there to Juve Miana Path, Jackins High. Caitlin Hayes, Thuman Marston Tull, Shisha Hyundai game, a father, Celtics again for Yedigan, that about the Gunyoni Yedig. Weet je dat je nu wil peer? I guess it's a machine, the feature, because it's a skippy and it's called like. I guess I'm thinking Kafka the reach of the game, ain't it all? La Karan Gelayach is Frassen, the Tunis Day. Shalagak in the good training at Gorium, Sean Donation. Gotta be skipper Washington, the band training, I guess skipper the Nela Kuchak. That skipper, Georgia Hunter. Here's Kelly Clark. Dallas State, the Vienna Park. Hearts is a Kerkelach heen. Celtic at all gonna Kerkelach. I guess be Hearts toch is Tosche Leprak, maar Rinjats again beginnen le ta hul trauma Suringay. I guess be Celtic ma mochal ma Junshin. Kiara Grantishin who tuil skinjal en the Partick Thistle. Jackins a Gai. Gidach was Survulje. Celtic at 10, Dol, en een Kerkelachkesen, Keith Fischer Tull, bij de goed, als de koek, Giuk, Kemi Kinneke Shop, via de Dochas, Kud de Shonada, Shinna Juach, Kemi Jeddige was Shop, de Nurikse League, bakken maar vast, Gaka Hoon, de baan. Jan Hall, Shin Kelly Clark, Kudamach, Jackadach, Chase Wien, de Kerkel. agus háas tá réide a féú gus a briste gercail sin luchtaiche féú go fuireach cúteach mar a Clare Gemmell have also the Spanish Columns, and Clare Celtic especially will want to avoid what happened in the last game, conceding those 2 early goals.
They will do. I think they'll have a point to prove today. The fact, you know, that they did lose those 2 early goals against Hearts in the last game. I expect to see them starting very quickly, you know, off the back of a good result on Sunday there. Well, both teams had a good result on Sunday, but Celtic will certainly be wanting to finish this campaign strong.
Georgia Timms, dal goed. Jem Katal Maha. Agus gu séte gestui bo chléich na paadke, mar sin chéine dat tíle genui. Na skipien. Agus se dash. Grant me na paadke fine hier toe gekke. Waldi soos go Shadi. Look at that Jamaican ag Hearts me na paadke. Has een skippel te boei besje. Cara Grant se dash. Bien Jolene Tjien. Siaco Addy Handley, the life leads on Hearts. Lynn Hayes here to a Gashkisha. Shen Mongu, Suez, Yana Pathia Hadashak, Hunter, skip at Hearts at Yahoo. Parker Smith, Shavrepa Mach. Allward the Countess on Timms. Sua Gilikashia, Sakutika, Plishigi Ast. I guess she caught him of Ashinas and Georgia Timms. She thought the chance had gone, but it came back to her, Claire, and she'll probably look back at this and think she should have done better.
She should have. It's a great long ball, actually. You know, they just get the break of the bounce, and it falls to Timms, who just lashes at it. I think when she looks at that again, she'll think she should have hit the target. It's a great opportunity for them.
Kelly Clark just wasn't aware that she was just off inside of there when she tried to play the ball away.
No, she wasn't. As I said, they just get the break of the ball right at the edge of the box. You know, her eyes would have lit up when it fell to her, to be honest, and she just can't have the composure to get it in target.
Well, good Hearts to be a tasje gemaakt met erin. Dat ze geen begiddig. Celtic fine aslietje. Jenny Smith, Sean Kluket at Hearts. Fine hier toe gekje. Hayes, zoals alleen Partido. Gallagher, Amy Gallagher, Cool up there, Amy Gallagher, J. And species and Shinachorge, Le Turlele, Juma Suringi. After Rutigan Chow, yes, and I fall off Suez Elena. It's not the widest of pitches, Claire, so that might play into Hearts' hands as well.
I think it probably will. You know, it's their home pitch. They've only lost 2 games here this season, so you know that'll be working in their favour as well. So I think they've started well, if I'm honest with you.
Yep, at the Toshach Capel all Hearts. Yes, Fran Alonso agus Eve action the Chulik, Gia Spanchach. Skillen Skippy and Olpenach. Yes, Fran Alonso, Geach Mara. Nila Tolich Lena Dachkin Siet Gana de Vinachin. Also as Lockwood has to 4 Vava Gloshi Bohebs. Partido Lurm Ye Baulish Les was Elena. Look at the Hanakidis for Real Madrid, San Cesar Glasgow. Goed, Falchinora Smachka en Eval, Mongu Fala, dat gaat voor in te Gallagher, George Smachka bij Kiri, dat gaat Natalie Rossi, dat komt al pel. Gaat Murphy Agnew, Tansje goed de canoe, Conal die Gallagher. Girazoli, Suesco, wat goed het eerst gaan jullie hier toe, ik maak jullie hoor, gaan hier naar de pass voor Celtic. Skipper, door Tsjech de Goeie. Shachat Shadi. Tido Junamaatje Goel, geen Shin Verbi. Celtic hier 15 kata. Natalie Ross, Pierre Mongu. Listje we weer een paadje. Taschje de Valshin, Farla Bowl at all. Colette Kavanagh. That was the right ball, Claire, but it's just too far ahead of Colette Kavanagh.
It was the right pass. You've seen the space open up there, but it's just too much on it really, and it's went out the pitch. But honestly, I think Hearts have started the game very well. They're probably playing a lot more direct than they have in previous games, but I think it's working for them. I think in past games against Celtic, they've kind of been dominated in the midfield, so I don't know if they've recognised that, and they're starting to maybe just think about playing more direct.
We are feeling this wind blowing behind us as well across the pitch, Claire, so that's another factor that might be important in this game today.
It is, but both teams have to contend with it, so it's just about who deals with conditions the best. Potentially that's also why they're opting to go longer. You know, it can be difficult and mistakes can be made when the wind's swirling around you.
Chloe Craig, Suez Elena, Kavanagh. It's he who shouldn't have had a ball with Dolro at this and yet. Smith, Gartley, the Dara caught him. Ross, Kavanagh, Os chyna sacha mwy the live glee mi yn y package. Hayes, look at that, to make him a keen Celtic and the hita gavi could tell goed terug say Ju Bowell, goeie shots on Partido. Gaan 'n lyne nur in die een tarsing. I guess Jenna Kuslish, I guess Norsen ka goed mag. Good ball out from the back, Claire. I'm just not sure if she just overrun this. Did she not have an appreciation of where the lines were? I'm not sure, but she had a chance to cross that ball earlier.
She did. I think she's looking to obviously try and get round her, but she's just not taking an opportunity right there to cross it in, and she's ran it out the pitch. It is a very good area for them. It is somewhere they're very strong as cross balls, so why she's not put it in is beyond me really.
Got him Kyle Church on Celtic. Craig Coorema Hadash got Kelsey Doherty. This guy in the dash. Yes, ball through but among you, me and a path kick out to dash the Hearts. Handley, le Esther Morgan in the gorstige look at the camera. Adi Handley de Mistega en Skippers en Shachkin vergeet dus je nog 4 van. She is the life glee. Kaelin Michi, Tuendijk, so quick at Juval, so is the line is on Lockwood. Hij kan gewoon alles stay, race it er heen en hij is dat hij je gaat. Geronka Kees, big and taring at Asher, dat hij. Caitlin Logan probably feels she should have got more out of that. There's a wee bit of a tug on her from Caitlin Hayes, but she got away with it.
There was, it probably was a free kick actually. I think there was a wee tug just in the shirt there, but Katie Lockwood doing such a great job up there against Caitlin Hayes, who is a very well established defender, and managed to come out the best from that one.
Unjiak Turl as een Shach Gemmich in Megedigus on Katie Lockwood. Gajak is a high Kujak, now Partick Thistle. Brownlee, Ashko Grant. De puchtige dash. Celtic a fuddig sy game ac yn iad y sio. Barach mi an a carts game o'r juchga. As he waldi shilig a dash gata. De pas bwlwch mar a giri i gahantar. Parker Smith a skiplich uit y chŵl. Gerizoli, Sean Chlichet of Glasgow City, Nagas Rangers. Eerst valk in haar ogen like nou, Shadi te check at the wheel drop shot. Chloe Craig hoort Ross gaat gewoon het al. Tarsen got Jenny Smith. Die is weer in de partido. Zoals live jezus van Celtic. Goody ball stay drops the start. Tune bij Dash. Go Smith. I guess zo getschien. Met de waterschach van Waldy. Again, Claire, Celtic a bit hesitant when it's a good outlet for them, but the Partido just a bit reluctant to get the ball in early.
Yeah, she is. It is a good ball out to her. The space is out there for her, but you know, you're just wanting to get the ball into the box. She's, as you said, reluctant to do it. She opts to go back to Jenny Smith, and she can't really get the right angle to get the cross in.
The shot Georgia Timms and the cool line Gian. I guess Savile with Doherty. Has the Corameka. I guess hat in her line. To the stake, Jake Minachin. Georgia Timms said that out. Krokken de daar is hoe die laten nog de Kelly Clark is een oorsen naar de Hanneke Savile. But Doherty by some anti the eerst. She thought the chance had gone there, but she got the second bite at it. Good save from Doherty, probably looking for Kelly Clark to get the ball away, but Georgia Timms didn't need a second invite.
She didn't. It's a great finish from her. You know, again, playing really direct. Brilliant ball in behind. Timms makes a great run, shows her strength here just to hold Kelly Clark off. As you said, good initial save from Doherty, but it comes back out to Timms and she makes no mistake. I think it actually goes through her legs. But what a start it is by Hearts. They'll be absolutely delighted, and you've seen what it meant to them there after Timms scored. They're all flooding to her.
It's a new route to here, Diem. Hearts of the goal at Hoshach. The is Celtic. Geestjen trapse een Norringay Gray Mughumalation. En je goedje paren van een skipper like Celtic, Kelly Clark. En je zit hier en je laat de Kumalavui, Lockwood, le Coram. In de nood, de goed Tarsing Koshadi. Je een pick and room geheen, en je is van Oceans toch de goal at de mache Duval. It's pretty much like the first game, Claire. Hearts have really taken the game to Celtic.
They have done, and it's exactly like the first game when they obviously get beaten 3-2 in the end. But what a start it is. Celtic actually look just a wee bit shaken by the way that Hearts have started, and they've not really found their feet. So it's whether Hearts can continue this. It's obviously a 90-minute game. They didn't manage to do it last time. So it's whether they can keep this up for the full 90 minutes.
Eva Olid Gematolich Lisha Toshach skip Aikish the Yanamach Shakesh to Nuring Gray Mukhamalet Nyon Kudish Eve could you have bal the line Duval came and come at all Nisha Brachtach at all Suez Kapaket Kavanagh game Anya Dash at all he's Arsenko Partido Garagastay Vienna Pathke Dish Droch Bal Kata I guess a Coram a shot a Grant Bristjuk Dish Is Femi Hayes Eagle Tarsing I guess Gemanas Share on the Georgia Timms and about skipper Kelly Clark pick and finish in a dash. From a Celtic point of view, Claire, the game is punctuated by bad passes under no pressure.
It is, they keep giving the ball away, don't they? You just see it there, the square pass, and Ciara Grant steps in, and it's a great opportunity again. She just picks the wrong choice for me. She should probably keep driving and shoot, but yeah, Celtic have just not settled into this game at all.
Amy Gallagher of Kuski in a bouw lijntje. Agnew fijn gaan het daar Paulus en Shadi Noorsen Brolaatje de zon Mongiu ga puchte gemacht de raad het je woord is. We get de Chinach Edasje de val. Dus puchte Noorsen van een goed wat je de zole. Met Murphy Agnew ze het dat je goed in voor Celtic. You should you love us. Daar lijkt het de dream. Chloe Craig. As just de bal try Van Agnew. Dus je shouldn't cheat cut that. Chloe Craig. Dus bij het tune de Ichische American Games there to son show him de Magurst. Jake like Chloe Craig. Yes, Caramel Sula, Jadashi Dole, Shinvo, Georgia Timms, Jaka Coola Dole, watches that you have a little bit Doherty, I guess Vice Munyan could be Kelly Clark and Orson the Jailik, the Shadara Paula, Harakus Karamahia, Narahua, Georgia Timms, the Dara Karam, Shach Kutul, Yana Dayson, like Georgia Timms. Shadi, weer Duval. Ze kregen Kamansul hier de Shinske Hokalamache. Cool. Luchttuigje Duval. Je mag het Paul willen. Girzoli, kind of sun Roonian. Lockwood is in Giddich. Not in Jekabal. Kudamache Duval. Craig tarsing away na Gian Juval go Cassan Caitlin Hayes a partido gair I trashin for la dol la partido I guess Jenny Smith Conlevia Amigo dash gan Elena Gian Katas and Kelly Clark the recoin keen to the ball to the ish ball of the good sweeper Smith so was Elena nurin te partido show maar as they soaring I guess ball tarsing soorige bal van first at the Waldy Ball lead to Gary the skip I should come out a couple Hayes goes to the fella of Tim's. Gaan Oorsen kaartje dash. De Lockwood. Yes, Grant le cor en plisje gabaltje grawate hosje gora. I guess the more into Kavanagh Oorsen. Kom wel eens day. Yes, let Kavanagh to zoel voor de boeie ga van Kassen nou is de mag. Gallagher fine route to I'll have this to go agnew. Caught the hearts of Ishin, a line and a pair of Norse and a ball. What the Hoshach Kavanagh that they've out. At the moment, it's fairly comfortable for Hearts. Clare Celtic are disjointed, they're not stringing the passes together, and that's playing into Hearts' hands.
It is. I think Hearts are defending well right enough, you need to give them credit. But yep, Celtic, they seem to just be, as you said, under no pressure, passing the ball out the pitch, picking the wrong option. And it's unusual to see them starting a game this way.
Clue, ik had Chile gedacht aan de game, ik kan ze daar alleen maar Clues te checken te gaan. Johnny van een nieuwe Spartans gaan Oorsen, ook het Tronje gaan ze daar alleen. Nou, wat is gedoe dat Tronje eigenlijk leeuwje van een goedje kutje. Het eerst veel meer Chile gedacht aan alleen Gian, Gironje, Shinasha, Kavanagh, Shinastay, voor de willen ze even kijken. Shin Tronje Gallagher, Cora Michaud, gemaakt challenge de lijn ik dat, had nog een jaar gevoegd gedacht. And it's a ball to Lamache, they've out. But interesting there, Claire. As soon as Kavanagh comes in field a bit, she's more effective as maybe in a more central role.
She is, and she has been playing there in recent weeks, and more centrally she's obviously out in a wider left area for this game. But yeah, as you said, as soon as she comes into a central area, driving forward, making things happen, it's just unfortunate for Gallagher, nothing comes of that.
Shofara, Bill, Leach, Caitlin Hayes, Chloe Craig, Kutramach, who line of Ashes and Celtic, Natalie Ross as an Oshan Chifeo, because a soccer get a tain, Fashka the line, Ballard, I guess, Charlotte Parker Smith, Gianna Ma, Kumak Gray, with the bow. It's such a key area for Celtic, Clare, and it's so important from a Hearts point of view that your goalkeeper takes charge of the situation like that. Really inspires confidence among your defenders.
It really does. That's exactly what you want from your goalkeeper, to come out and collect that ball. And there's a lot of bodies in there, and she still managed to keep her hands on it because, as you said, Celtic are so strong from set pieces.
Eve good op bal le lainshach le grant shinach va bal gidach go live am smuinen. Craig Nisha to Rashko Jerizoli. Through that in the Mian Lena Gianna Carts. Here is Georgia Hunter. Here's Lizzie Waldy. He's Gal Smachke Diachu. On you, Shinasha. Lieshaf Listuko Partido. Look at the Spancher. Jenny Smith, the Doma Kanya. Liesha Coramela. Gallagher is Kach, Favor Savuksa. Ashka Smith, who is Shin Suagur. Viva Macha is out. Again, it's that indecision in the final third. Jenny Smith does well here to create room. Takes a lot of players out of the game here and leaves room for Partida, but still doesn't get the ball across.
It's just the end product, isn't it? It's just not been there at all for them. It's almost a waste in the wide area, but this seems to be the side that they're trying to attack down. Whether that's something that they've seen where they feel as if that's where they can get at Hearts, but at the minute it's certainly not working for them.
Neil, agus sinna rá hart the ball of the machi the val his form and fecin Fran Alonso in la tolig jichit listen house in the dachkin tas game agus stoch kuchich lishe bin hinja chimichel griach kein gil sin stoch a torsboe in a quicket Clark Boy Craig dal suas a diva muigi well with the hook elastig and a boxe yes the skippel falla vle handley can it Cavanagh mach gagne the shin kuchach Hazley Ballard suas gan hier much handley come on Sulid luring jain pas mach partido fiachandi falla vle Gallagher Jenny Smith at the Bemuyi Corin Paul Trach at the stay agus Waldy Sheena Casamach and some Boshing. It's a bit better from a Celtic point of view, Claire. They're starting to apply a bit more sustained pressure now.
They are, it's great skill there from Gallagher, just back heels it through and the cross in, and obviously Waldy's facing her own goal, so all she can do is put it out for a corner, and again it's going to be another dangerous set piece with the likes of Hayes up there.
Cool level Gallagher. Yes, I nish to feel the Shunun shorts the shit of us, Shinna Stave on it, clear. Mong you, that's an Oshai. Vish, Emma Brownlee, Jenama, Binik, Vuil Senior, I guess has that bell. Gallagher, I guess Vassur, Gavashin, Fear, Kutramach. Gehortje dash kan Jake Lee. Keelan Michi around Lisha Suur Gavashin. Kavanagh. Got the G through the lot. Ross Dashike. I guess the Divamui Murphy Agnew. Bij Bosch in de bezang, door dat Suur. Inderdaad de macht. Murphy Agnew, bij Bosch in de bezang. Suur voor Barne Broek en Carly Girazzoli. Mongu die is Gamma said Caitlin Hayes die shall drops it. Gallagher vechen die karma kroeg heen nach Gallagher Suur geweek hier in Kavanagh vechen die hele gemach. Kamai Shechet Caitlin Michi Agnew Gaine dash voor Ross. So die is vechen die partido Gestoos de lijnen, gebouw Loerdille, Dollemach. Hier wel lead, tolletje lichenation eigenlijk. Hier de vonantjes hier, hem gelief. Dat ik in een Spanje. Jenna with the Spanje, zo'n zuurlijn en al ik. Had ik pikken, blaas of arg zeiden wie fijne shot. He's Suus Gallagher. Kavanagh die is geen hele bal, Mankelior, Tronje, go Agnew. Hugh Alonso is in een stadig gedacht te doen. Lekker muske. Akker Smetslische Rippamach. Le was een fijn Suur, als je een goedje gekocht. Katie Lockwood. Brownlee, vechen die Rowan Hedrickson, die is de volkse. Shechat Orretje, Jenny Smith. Dat die mij weer fijn geluk. Partido dash, een goedje gekocht. Dus go Gallagher aka Gronk, she is Gamaka, Caston Jenny Smith. Shona Shaw, Beckham Room, Shaws and Celtic, Ross, go Brugge, Mach, go Gallagher, ach, beter die stats, Chili Gadashes on the beat. Gallagher in the Cheval Tarsing, ach, en Jostinho. It's a good ball in, Claire, but ideally you want Amy Gallagher to be on the end of that.
Exactly, you know, it'd be hard you'd be looking for in there to get on the end of it, as you said, but you know, it's a good break. Hearts have obviously been up the other side and they've tried to break quickly on them. They're just not, as you said, getting the bodies into the box to get onto the end of that cross, but it is a better idea for them.
It's almost like she's showing Partido, this is the kind of ball, this is the kind of service I want.
maybe exactly it is that, but yeah, it's a decent ball in, but nobody in there to gather.
Tim's larger like you know, kind of some soothed it, nachali fine, game of Kumalatol. Hadash cards. Grant. Handley, Stico, Michi. Minus Shinashar was Celtic at Dúnig Hearts, she is the main pathket. The one change Hearts have made today, Claire, Caelan Michi coming in, herself and Cara Grant are really important for them in the centre of midfield.
They're going to need to work hard, and they have been doing that. You know, obviously they've slightly fallen out of the game in terms of attacking in the last 5 minutes or so, but defensively I think the entire squad is working very hard. They're putting their body in the line, they're getting out to things, they're preventing shots and crosses, so I think across the entire team they're actually working very well.
Craig, Riesh, kan je de landse torretje, had ik een begoor mong Juve in azurtje. Havana, in de stuif voor een nimmel. Yes, Grant could start er. Shadi, het de goal mag en lijkt jeesje shoei tonsje gemeen een paar keer zeker de bal de Tsjechen daar skippen kinter voor die Jensen. On you, zoals Gallagher. Die is, zeg maar zijn tune daar ga. Grant die is de stuif. Staat er. Shadi. Tim's de bemoeie. Parlato. Misko en Brownlee. Ballard, het is een tarsing. Krach is de gui, agus Partido tjech forst nog gedoe die vallen shin. Agus de dies kaste de heen gemakkelijk Caitlin Hayes could start the ball tarsing, but Maddie Handley. Waldy that all came from that cross from Addie Handley. She did the same last week against Partick Thistle. She's got a really good delivery, and for a young player, she's really capitalised on Esther Morgan's injury by slotting into that Hearts team at left back. Good delivery.
She has, and you know, she's taken her opportunity, and as you said there, you know, she's getting into a really good area, and it's a really difficult cross to defend, which has defended well, but as a result of that pressure, they've now found themselves with a corner.
The Boshing is on Hearts. The Munyiga Daratu line a shot. Lockwood le Dalai Suas. Dawn Khana Foster Cool. I guess Girizoli Chilik Alcasadach Art Shahat Agasamach. Paulele Yi, doch is Kilkiljaurach, Kashinaga had a golamach. Hikisho. En de leder die in haast. Hayes. Alles terug al in Alonso. Na bankin Macanje. Lies Partido. Javui Dash the Hearts. Ja, gelijk Michi. Snorsenek Waldy. Haring het asje de Gallagher, go Lockwood. Hapak de Hayes. Man, je las getolach Handley Shisses Rater. Kavanagh en de mas mag kind of the shin. Shachat de Brownlee. Shona Sharp Colette Kavanagh de Bemoeji. Agnew. Chase Turingi Shigano. Well, Hanuringi Bow. Line tossing. Shachat de Georgia Hunter. Yachirish, I guess. Guy the Boshing Eduval. Here's for shot Coram, the Celtic. Nickelkitan Mora, Fuktig Suas, Kelly Clark, guess Caitlin Hayes said Slias Lewis Connolly, Chloe Craig. Ross McCaffak got up. Now line Tarsing. Hayes Streich, Bagas Rish, Girizoli, Junama, Asinier. Ross le Coran Paul, Ele Hillikele Stacey Drapse, Brownlee, Hamka, Scope gevallen. Kavanagh, look at the Steen at Celtic. Tegen de je niet bij je Gumalatol, Rashko, Mongu. Ross, tegen de Gumalpel, Ganurinje, de U League, ergens de U Orjamachle, Adi Hanley. Brownlee en Oorsen took al het daar Paul, ergens Amy Clark, wie 5 keer geschot. Mag je Deval. They just don't look assured at the back when that ball is played, Claire, and maybe the wind, maybe the weather conditions are playing a part in that.
I'm sure the weather does have something to do with it. It's a wicked wind that's out there, but you know, as you said, every time the ball gets played long, kind of particularly into the channels, they're really unsure. Kelly Clark manages to get a toe in that one, but I think it's absolutely where Hearts should be trying to exploit them.
Lockwood, Sonosha, Nidu Vela. Die shot the fine here to it. Caitlin Hayes got Ryan Fallop, Grant got Humalpel, Ashko Lockwood, Duval, Grant, Shadi, Devastagi, Shabalich and Tarsing. I guess the Ishva Cormac, Georgia Timms, Gady is cool in the fillet in it. A great delivery in, Claire, and again I think she'll look back at this and wonder if she gets this either side of Doherty, she's given her a problem.
It's exactly as you said, either side of her, I think it's a goal. She does well to get across the front of her marker and get her head on it, but it's just too straight at the goalkeeper.
Shachat de leer, daar is een korm en een schade, de via kaarts, kudde heel goed, Tims, Mistraai is lee. Aldi, zoals de lijn naar Gashin, Shachat. Nog eens een mag. Clark die is Karen Krianach de Wouw. Clark Gosha Gaboeren mag wel de wokse. Mongu. Die is going to son Partido. I guess the position is actually kind of smooth. Handley Junamana Hui. Packet Hayes, Arcaloon, Amy Gallagher. Lord, Shaka de Jenny Smith, Cara Tukchem, Shokaram. De leden gaan er wat in maken. Hij is het opgegeven. Daar is gaan door into Jenny Smith. She en hij niet. Murphy Agnew is hier gaan. Hij is kapot in je Praag aan. Dit haast haar bouw lachen. Gallagher, Schoenberger, Falla Boshadi. Yes, Nish, Kuchi McKeedy for Hearts. Yes, Grant, Gain, Suez, Farreville, Timms. We is tegen een ver nation, Piekandi, en Falla Bo. En Hayes, I'm thinking just Glachgewishin, Georgia Timms, maar Hayes, Tarsing ora. Craig. Hier ging er kus ruin en dan Femi had to go dash. Hayes. Leishel drops to go Gallagher. Ashko, Mongu, I guess wishing Sue get the Stech. I guess Kaforstanach, Lishin at Ashko, Charlotte Parker Smith. Shot from distance from Shen, clear, and I think Fran Alonso has been frustrated with her. He wants her to be more forward, to play more forward passes, and that's really the first time we've seen her posing a threat.
It is, and you know, she's getting into a good position. Obviously the shot's not came to anything, but but maybe trying something else. They keep trying to go wide and it's not working. So yeah, shoot from the edge of the box and see what can happen. It could have taken a wicked deflection, which it did, but it could have went anywhere.
Sedíš, gaan door even bal lopen go agnu ik er garum. Ik een binnetje in rash. Jerizoli, Gali sochket de Jan al gonna click it and Gian. Brownlee, here you go dash. Show a good Hachit, Shachat at Partido. Do like a hand like a Russian at least to get a cool like a match in Bakarmaki. Paulo Jesus go grant. Ish, Paulo close to the fall of a Ross, Brownlee, Gahokal, Shen, Gavinia Kadash, the Dish, Kavanagh, Gard Shachat. Michi. Goed, Marco Timms. Draast op wat ik wil hard komen ze de daar het lijnen zo maar dat is het ninja nish. Waldi. Vau, je wat dat als je Timms. At the moment, Claire, you're looking at Hearts and thinking they are the team that look more likely to get the second goal here.
They do, they're working the ball well. You see what they were looking to do there, it's just overhit. Probably the wind's got a lot to do with that, but they're working the ball well in the midfield, which, as I said earlier, you know, I felt as if in previous games they were maybe getting overrun in the midfield by Celtic, but I think they're certainly matching them in there, and they're probably creating the better of the chances, to be honest.
Die spel tulletje van de magje wat Kelly Clark grini goed share geag. Na plistje agnu Norsen met Ashko Jenny Smith. Kavanagh dash the likely Pauli shall ach Jerizoli as around to dele. Famous Celtic show winning son key Mohammed the Rangers gebullig Craigle Baulargo Partido. Yes, it is. So, you get the Garcias, I guess. Hayes and Orson, a Kujaku, Wilko, Lockwood, Ray, shit to the G, Shashin, and Ish. Lockwood, a Junama. Fade Tach, Hanley, Yevi Gogginu, with the Dickal, Amy Gallagher. I guess, show the use that caught him to Hearts. Look at that, Fuchtig Suez. Check on my yoink, or Newsy Anamach, the Handley Baulich Licket. I guess let's good, I'll toss in the path, Karamak, Karagran shot. The hook, I'll stay my hooker, see a Hanachishin, I Dodash go Hunter, a skipper that he gets, Suez go Shadi. Timms. He took some Golat. Maraha Shadi, I had the ball. When you get Ash for Kavanagh, you shashin is 3. Son of Williams and Ocean Kavanagh, a torture. Sur William, to Hearts. Fancy van the Cool, Karen Gorach for Kavanagh. Corach will the Virgin Rui. Shach, Minachin Role Union. Who is it all the books at Hearts? Grant, Lisha, Val, Tarsing, I guess. Vakara machines, I do a docket here. Finally, Val, fine estate. That was presentable chance as well, Claire.
It was, it's a great delivery in to the front post area where Brownlee meets it. You know, I think mostly last season, how many times did we see that pair link up for cross balls and then Brownlee scoring? There, I think she should be hitting the target. She just basically mistimes it, and that's why she hits it out effectively, but it was a good opportunity.
Draast had Celtic je gekuies aan Lee Union, because the fine at the Nanal's finest day is, because the fine Fran Alonso with a good toys on a darnally. Als je een shin eigenlijk in kroon hoesten decent zit. Kiet game and Hearts Union Hisham Pladenchen. Daar gaan ik het bij als Darali. Geen Jishkalach Jukata game was in een Valerenga, the Champions League voor de Jihago, je barach gesplit in Penash. Is a bowler wat het hasje hier is. We've seen this a couple of times with Celtic this season, Claire. They haven't really turned up in the first half. Fran Alonso gets them in at half time and then they come out like a different side in the second half. So it looks like he'll have to do the same again today.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, even last weekend it was still 0-0, wasn't it, when they went in against Spartans and they've come out and they've won 7-0. As I was saying at the start of this game, it's a 90-minute game, so Hearts need to keep this up for 90 minutes. A half is not enough. So I do expect Celtic to come out stronger in the second half because I don't think Fran Alonso will be particularly pleased with their performance.
Hier is fijn. Misschien je ratoletje van je bal hier gedaan maar zo. He's got Jenny Smith, Sean Harwich, a Grant Serrat or a Kata. The eerste van kustgeloos dat case, Partido, Rashikje, zonder in doors en ook al een stukje onjuist, klik het de cool like Savinac. Craig Joch fine van een voet, het hasje Tims, Nash got Clark, Gefaintjelach, Tarsen got Caitlin Hayes, zijn een isje stuk en we can finish in Megedig en een Caitlin. Misschien een bal shark away McGallagher en een smoe, en ter komen Sulit Grant, je gaat het asje. Maba Hearts had to come out of the wheel, had the gal Fosh Zanal on the Vigianishin. This is good from a Hearts point of view, Claire. They're using the ball, passing it around just to take a break and frustrating Celtic, making them chase the ball.
Yeah, exactly. It's just about, as you said, you know, moving Celtic about and trying to tire them out. And I think they are doing that well, but for me, I don't think Celtic are close enough. No. They need to be closer to the ball. There's no pressure there and they're kind of half going when they're going, so it's just allowing Hearts to play around them.
And against that, Hearts have been very good at pressing as soon as Celtic are on the ball.
They have. I've actually been really impressed with their defensive shape, Hearts. You know, they've been really, really disciplined in their defensive shape and they're really not giving Celtic a minute, particularly when they're coming into the central area and into the kind of Hearts final third.
Clark, Ronya McCunningham, Natalie Ross. Soos go Kavanagh en Pachas de Room, sin bal na siarach, a suig sin 4 goedsemach, de Lizzie Waldy. Anamach zich hier le, Celtics toch moeie groeteken einde dash. Mongu, dash go Partido, Garrigus stuif ar a chlia, dash go Jenny Smith, Sheenagus on smach gain e fawlwys yn mwrs yn Waldy le drog fwrs ar reis ac yn y ddys. Dochwyd yn y siar, tyn ymach ag iaki anamacha agus fwli far Kelly Clark. Yes, again, Claire, I mean, Kelsey Doherty should have been off her line much quicker, I think, and could have dealt with the situation, but she backed off, and then she hits her own player as she tries to clear the ball.
Yeah, she was certainly unsure, wasn't she, whether she should come or not come, because I fancy Tim's in that situation all day long, you know. She's actually starting behind Clark and still gets in there in front of her. As you said, Doherty just manages to come off and get there first, but unfortunately hits Kelly Clark, and hopefully she's okay. She seems to be looking okay at the minute.
Pick an dalse game, I'm thinking of Garon minute varach goviak and you pick an varach can stoch Mahatal on the shock as a fine at Kelly Clark. That's the Casson. Die is je tripletje who got McGee heen at je goal. Tjech min chiintjech, tjelike de cheval. Ik is hoop het gedeorach gediano ag leeuwne. Ik het aan een kaart gala gorm. Balke misje gales en een gummelato. Haast Kelly Clark in Geniedi. Hij is behaard zijn Junakina gefijn as en een steeg leeuwne. Gun tool hortjedash de Celtic. Kelly Clark a dash de Cassan en isje. Is Eva Olid smoenje geurtje isje. Het al raders en klicht aan echtje. Er is me bij moer en fakkel kronige jechtje pikiri muren te die is. A winnatje de Golsuesko 3 minuten. Zijn je tripletje van Kelly Clark. We gaan Nuring gaan lea shotje en kakaan woeken leuren zo'n Celtic. Je moet het fijnste. Hij is tansje goed eerste daarna le. Is toch een voorste nog gelaten geduld in jedig. Gaan het tusschen. Kelly Clark nisje dasje de vaak. Is die is kan jullie kleine partij door erop zeitel. Nastidige tegen de Jenny Smith de goede stuy. Waldi Schissebachje. Dus ze staat er gestrecht de hart van aan. En de tar open die en in de paad gezet je goed aan hart. Ik is gemeen oorlog de goed aan te wis. Sean Carriage, Jenny Smith de moeie. Michi kan ook al zoes ganneer. En juist moet je gaan maken wel harder al maken is. Tegen het daar in de minuut in het 3 waar. Hij is hier Mongiu maar kan je voor room gewoon nog beter passen held en je moest de skuurlijk Tarsenko Kavana duval pick and roll maakje nothing you find Chimichel het Brownlee balletje en Tarsing is Juve van, ik ga put into Celtic Prague al het hart ze jelike dus gemaakt je goed. Want dit je gedasco partido. Handley de wie mana hoe ik het hij de poe kan makanje. Is een isje tune dat gevallen op de bal. Is Cara Grandka goed mag vallen voor Riplach. Die is van Paul Nazassa Akhees van Chloe Kregen de bestuur. Ik gaf hij ruim tullig, maar hadden we 4 fatelijk. Hier is Caitlin Hayes, in American. Is een goedje getoonse gescheiden als kroeien en is in de channel gaat leeuwen. Ze skippen de ver, ik ga het binnen de Celtic aan de Glasgow J. Ergens, ik leeuwen. Skippen de baan, het goede leedje liggen. Waldi, le Paul Artestij. Zeg het Craig, zeg het Lockwood. Ik heb maar, ergens toch gerechen, zedig gegeet le, en weet je het zuul hoort je nooit te dekken. Ergens schön, klik je me jeder in een keert le, ergens keert kapak. In een klik het en kastoretje klik het aan Celtic. Fijn, Shias, te veel in de paadje, Georgia Timms, lesje. Dul, Galpraat, Merach, van Kelly Clark, had je goed. Ik goed hart zit hasig, ergens van een korm in een paar en oors in een stoosje. Ik hart skutjig get de wat kiljaar in een wouwelijk Celtic, ik gaat erin het moor en lees, ergens. Tar op het achtersen, ergens ik vrane lonse die in een leeuwje. Het is een fijne dash, in een gamese. Ergens gejekkers de piesje, kutjek hart wis, nasrieretje, ik leeuwje. Zo ik een orium, hart zit hasig, hart ze hun, Celtic Johnny.
Wel, was je smunnig op een jouw game, acting als game eentje nog weer acting een show, ik orium, als schunketera hacking een show, hartse punnik, als had adi eet kutjoch, een punnik hun, Johnny en de Celtic Claire, Gamel is Chino Noas Caldum, I got in de parken. Claire, As we expected, a very interesting first half, and you have to say Hearts worthy of their 1-0 lead.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with Hearts, particularly defensively. I think they've shown a lot of defensive discipline, not really allowing Celtic any space in and around the final third. But also going forward, you know, that direct ball is really causing Celtic a lot of problems. And I don't think their backline really knows how to cope with it, particularly Georgia Timms and Katie Lockwood. I think have been excellent for them, great out ball, and I'm not surprised to see that they're 1-0 up. For me, I just don't think Celtic have been good enough in the press.
Yeah, and it was within the first minute, essentially. We can have a look back now, and it was Georgia Timms, you mentioned her, and she had an early chance, ball over the top, and it caused Celtic all sorts of problems. And Timms probably should have done better here.
She probably should have. You know, I think she does get lucky here with the break of the ball coming to her at the edge of the box, but I think when she sees it back, she'll see it as an opportunity missed. You at least need to hit the target and test the goalkeeper here. It is a very good chance.
But for Celtic, though, the warning signs were there from... That was within the first minute.
It was, and it's that ball over the top that we were speaking about that's causing them so many problems. And I do think, you know, it was a really good opportunity for it, and I definitely think she should have hit the target with it.
She did hit the target, though, twice in the next chance. She got her goal in the end, and once again, it wasn't a ball over the top this time, but a ball from the defence, and it was well taken in the end from Georgia Timms.
It was, but it's a direct ball. Yes, it's on the ground this time, and it's great strength she shows here against Kelly Clark. Really good shot from that angle, but she gets the luck of the break, the second ball again, and obviously I think it actually goes through the legs of Doherty, so she's unlucky, but you know, she fights for it, she gets there, and you can see how much it means to her and her team.
Questionable defending, though, from Kelly Clark there and the Celtic backline.
I think Kelly Clark should probably do better. She should probably show more strength, but it's two sides of a coin, isn't it? You can see Timms does well, and maybe Clark should do better, but at the end of the day, I think it's a great finish and a well-deserved goal.
What do you think's been the downfall, I suppose, of Celtic? Why haven't they been at it?
I just don't think they've been good enough in the press. I have been really impressed with Hearts. I think they've defensively done well, but when Celtic are also off the ball, they're just not getting to Hearts quick enough. They're allowing these long balls to be played. You know, the danger signs were there right at the start, as you said, with Timms going through and missing the target, and they've not really addressed that for me. And then on the ball, they're under no pressure and passing it out the pitch, giving it away, playing square passes. I really think, you know, Fran Alonso will be looking for a reaction in the second half.
And they nearly went 2 goals behind as well. It was Georgia Timms once again, this time from a free kick, and it was, well, it wasn't a free kick this time, that was Emma Brenly, but it was Georgia Timms, Shadi with the ball in, and really Georgia Timms should be doing better there.
Yeah, I think, again, she should be doing better. It's a really good ball in. She gets across the front of Chloe Craig, and anywhere else, and that's a goal. But she hits it straight at the goalkeeper. I think either side of the goalkeeper, and it's 2-0.
And we can have a look here at the significance of this 1-0 lead, the 3 points that Hearts could potentially pick up this afternoon, up to 4th place. And psychologically going into the winter break, a few weeks break for the league, that's psychologically massive for them, isn't it?
It is, and it's exactly where they would be expecting to be, you know, from their finish last year. They'll be wanting to be in this position and challenging for a top 3 position. So absolutely psychologically massive for them, but there's still another 45 minutes to go, and we've seen what happened in the last game.
We did indeed. Celtic, though, looking at them, 4 points ahead now only of Glasgow City, 4 points behind Rangers, who are currently winning against Hamilton 1-0 at half-time. So it's a big half for Celtic.
It's a very big half for them. You want to stay in touch. As you said, Rangers currently winning. Obviously still another half in that game to go, but they don't want to be getting into this break 4 points behind, and only with City 4 points behind them. So it is a massive half for them.
Interesting second half ahead. Thank you for now, Claire. Wel, y dras y synadys acing ag le chwynge. As you gedolach leingin vo Charlotte Parker Smith. Ha iddi fi sio grwn o flenigin y cleich da hart aus gydera. Ha unye gymas onriche iddi fi eich far na parka cwtioch. Bo hiwn gyda'r sio geif ma ha. Charlotte Parker Smith.
Charlotte, when did your journey in football really first start then?
I started playing for a team when I was 11, but before that I'd played sort of at home in the garden with my brother. But yeah, I suppose sort of playing club football started at age 11 for me. My older brother played as a goalkeeper, so you know I'd seen him play and stuff, but when I joined when I was 11 I actually didn't intend to be a goalkeeper, but in one of the first sort of training sessions I was asked to play in goals, and so I went in goals, and then I was asked to be a goalkeeper. So I thought, yeah, why not? I'll just go with it. When I was 18, I moved to Edinburgh to go to university. I joined my university team at the University of Edinburgh, and then it was one of my teammates in the University of Edinburgh team who said that her team were looking for a goalkeeper, and it was the development team at Hibs. And I didn't grow up in Edinburgh, so obviously you've heard of Hearts and Hibs though, so I thought it was pretty cool. So that was the first club team I joined in Edinburgh. Latterly, when I played for Hutchinson Vale, there was the partnership with Edinburgh University, and that was the start of me playing SWPL football. So I played in SWPL 2 for the Edinburgh University Hutchinson Vale team, and I think I really sort of kicked on there, and then that's when I sort of aspired to play in SWPL 1.
Ha Charlotte iad bhí a cléit a Hearts is an fasc iad cóig bliana inist. Agus an úne sin ha ishe agus a club iad sin suas von SWPL ga, gus at hénas décha gumis na príomh sia son SWPL.
Well, the partnership team between Edinburgh University and Hutchinson Vale sort of came to an end. That I sort of didn't have a club team, and I was sort of looking, for sort of options in terms of what club teams to join. And I knew I'd played against Hearts in SWPL 2, so I was sort of familiar with them. And I also knew I knew people that played for them. So, that's how that kind of came about. It's changed a lot, to be fair. I think it's just how professional the game is now is probably the biggest change. I've always, been at Oriam in the time. The season I joined was the first season at Oriam. So the sort of surroundings haven't changed, but I think in terms of how professional the team is and the whole setup and structure is more sophisticated and more professional now. I think my game's really come on a lot. I think I'm more confident. When I joined, we were playing in SWPL 2, and I think now we're SWPL 1 team. We're well established as an SWPL 1 team, and I like to think I've sort of established myself as an SWPL 1 player as well, and I think my game has come on a huge amount in that time.
Far na parke ha Charlotte a goper maniach lug as for Hungaric glade duas cat linder ac na duas an SWFs and having. There's on a hopeth eter spores agus gnáichen academicach.
I think now that I'm professional at the football club, the balance is a lot easier now, so I work reduced hours, sort of part-time hours as a solicitor, whereas previously I was working full-time and sort of balancing football on top of that. That was very difficult. It wasn't really sustainable long-term, whereas now it's a better balance, sort of working in the office in the mornings and then being at training in the afternoons. It's a nice balance for me now, and it's quite nice to have two totally different careers. I like what the award stands for and recognises, because there's a lot of women in the game at our level and at all levels, and women and girls who do balance other commitments outside of football, whether it be work or studying or other things like caring responsibilities, things like that. I was proud to win that award.
As je weer goes, a jan with Partick Thistle idan jide hachting sechai, a Charlotte and Dochus kun ringen skippen tullig uit is a jano as an Corian dezen. Agus I geisio gan se priaf 3 a hand skippen a gamis, sanam di chach.
It's been quite mixed for us. We've had some disappointing results and some good points, some good performances. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag, but we're hoping to push on for the rest of the season. We're still early into the season, and so I think we can sort of hopefully get more consistent in terms of our good performances. I think the league is the most competitive it's ever been, and I think that's good. I think it makes it exciting for people who are watching, neutrals or fans. I think it makes it more exciting for them to watch, and it's good for the league to be competitive. As I say, I think it'll only grow in popularity, and hopefully it'll get even more competitive as years go on. I've sort of started off kind of at the bottom and worked my way up through the leagues. Like, when I was 18, I played for a club back home who were in one of the lower leagues, and then throughout my time, since I moved to Edinburgh, I've sort of worked my way up, played in the leagues and come up to SWPL 2 and now SWPL 1. So I'm proud of the progress I've made over the years. Last season was a very good season for us, finishing 4th. We took points off the top 3, we did, against Rangers on 2 occasions. So I think this season it's about building on that and trying to really push at that top 3 a bit more. In terms of league position, I would say probably finishing 4th or above if we can is probably the aim, because we always want to improve year on year on our position.
Sinna gave my Charlotte Parker Smith agus well mel nech ishe is a dúis Catlinder a bhuinig fahiún gadir. Claire Gemmel has them have drasa. Claire, just reflecting there on some of the things that Charlotte was saying, she's obviously been a mainstay in this Hearts team for a number of years now. There's been plenty of changes within the Hearts team over the last few years, but she's someone who's just been key in their development.
She has been, and I think as you've seen her grow through the seasons as well, her confidence is growing, and as you say, you've just seen how important she is to this squad and this side, and you know, it's great to see somebody like that coming from the SWPL too with them and, you know, grow up through that. So yeah, she's been excellent for them. And
of course winning the Catlinder award as well for her work on the pitch and off the pitch, and it's I suppose that's something that I suppose can resonate with you, coming through the ranks and everything. The players in the SWPL have to balance playing on the pitch but also what happens off it.
That's it, you know, it's different for every club, you know, each club have got their own challenges, but it's great for her to see that she's managed to win that, and yeah, she'll be so proud of herself, I'm sure that she has.
Well done, Charlotte Parker Smith there. Looking ahead then to the second half then, Claire, Celtic expecting any substitutes maybe?
I do expect them at one point in this half. Whether he actually makes them at half time or not will remain to be seen, but you know, I think if there isn't any at half time and there's no improvement within 10 to 15 minutes, absolutely I think you might see the likes of Monglu come on the pitch. She's very, very agile, very direct and likes to drive at players, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her, or maybe the likes of McInerney, who also's got a goal in her.
We were just seeing there Ava Olid. What do you think she was saying there at half time? Because I know that she really wants to pick up 3 points, get a big win against one of the top three sides, and it's a real big opportunity here in the second half.
It's a massive opportunity, and I think all she'll be wanting is more of the same, but at the same time I think she'll be reminding them of the fact that what happened in the last game and the fact that they have to keep this concentration and this momentum going for the entire 90 minutes.
What have Hearts done so well though today? We were talking before the match that they've been on and off this season. They're good but then they're bad. What have they done really well so far this game?
I think defensively they've been impressive for me. You know, they've been really structured, they've been really organised, really limiting Celtic. Although we have said, you know, Celtic have not been at their best in the first half, but then they're choosing their moments to break forward, and they're really hurting Celtic when they do that. So I think they've just got the balance right today, which has really impressed me.
And of course, bullying them up front, I suppose, as well. Katie Lockwood, we mentioned Georgia Timms plenty. We saw her chances, we saw her goal, of course. But she's against a player like Caitlin Hayes with her experience, international experience now as well. She's really giving her a game.
Katie Lockwood has been so impressive to me this season. I think she's been a standout player for Hearts. And I think even there, you know, she's not in the score sheet like Timms is, but I think she's been so key to the way that Hearts are playing this game. The ball in behind, the strength she's shown, as you said, against the likes of Caitlin Hayes to hold the ball up and allow her team to come up the pitch. She's been so impressive, and I think she'll be so key in the second half if they're to get anything out of it.
What do you think Fran Alonso will be saying to his players at the moment?
I think he'll be wanting more. I just don't think it's been good enough. It's not like the Celtic we're used to seeing. Don't think they've started well. You know, they just look as if they don't know what they're wanting to do next. The balls into the box have not been great. So they've just really not looked like themselves as they have done over the past 15 games. So he'll really be wanting more of what they're more than capable of doing.
Well, let's see what happens in the second half. Claire, thank you for now. Agus tíad sa jalach the híing a seo 8 BBC Alpa a seoí na nolach agus a Vlanúr. Sa Vlanúr bishing a dash le League Numfer, League a hun. Stirling Albion gavitol and the Hamilton Academical the Giavla yen Navias agus it fiket minuten a seoí a coic bio 8 BBC Alpa. Noorsen a chilagadash here the game akinga i the channel von SWPL Partick Thistle gavitol and the opering in Keravla Jake Yanulach ag Keith Oden Fasik agus Noorsen bishing dash call the Celtic Asin gavitol and the Rangers Earhors Yedenach de Hoekpe and SWPL the Neavla Jake Yanulach agus sitte táisú tíadach bican a seoí léad sé seach. Uach the híing seo maha 8 BBC Alpa. Agus well a dáman is go las suas and a skipian a chinamach a drasta is son a darna le. Hearts a punica hun canyoni and they Celtic a drasta smashing a dash. Go Alec.
Morning thank you Vinkel. Agus an opadak Celtic the Giano. The chinamach a darna le. Colette Kavanagh ha stay the fad. Agus Amy Gallagher a gish. Ondershin a chinamach. Spiaintje na ga ik be aardig hier nou. Toch ik be Fran Alonso tjechas een pick en winnetje en hors gaan een hun gelijk aan. Helft niet, ik kan er even zo hond aan mijn koer, zeg. Gaan je me kraan nach toe dat juice-kolig, fernig views van een manager ach gor garo tollig chichiriche le maravat het kloetje. As hier le jerave nach heel aardig gaan tussen ticket is in hard gaan je in je leven achtersen. Aardig jeno. Nou ga toch het je gewel maar een graaf van Alonso tot als karamelle. Gana hun kloetje dat een golmach agus viechen die geno nasar. As ze daar naar die agus maar het tachat zijn vitu smunien kebiga aardig hier nou. Kemalu agus me gedig hou daar skippen. SWPL kan plagen in orde heen. Dol gaan le agus viechen die ze daar naar die asho enketal. Satava Eva Olid mooi agus een gedraaste ha van Alonso. Geno Ulia Machasjo Janorach Ekesen a hart gaan klikken aan. Agus le kema kutrmach van Michael was kleren minige ag le unie is on Celtic agus Fran Alonso. Agus reach de tolligje. De Sul Michael wil goed in de vaart maar begoor. Sul geren nog geen nooit dat. Agus Nietzsche Knavial. Machlin, Celtic could have done it. Good up. It's maybe surprising, Claire, that Fran Alonso hasn't made changes at half time, but he's obviously laid down the gauntlet to those players saying go and prove me wrong and try and turn this around quickly in the second half.
Yeah, well, I was just saying there at half-time that I thought it would maybe give them 10-15 minutes to see if they can turn it around. I'm sure he has. Gave them a talking to at half-time. It really, from their standards, has not been good enough in the first half, so we'll see exactly what happens here in this second half with them.
After the ball, ook al traas daar naar de. Ach, was sinds 30 voor Caitlin Hayes, agus Noorsen. Mijn brein leed de klachelijk klet Kavanagh. Viechen die blisje gemaakt van een goed. From a Hearts point of view, Claire, you'd imagine Eva Olid's talk at half time would be straightforward, more of the same, another 45 minutes, please.
Yeah, exactly. I think it would be exactly that, more of the same. Defensively, I thought they were great, and basically going forward at the right opportunities as well. You know, I think they were unlucky not to have more than one, so I can't see that she'll be wanting much different from them.
Het is goed dat je weer kunt, maar gezond hard. Maar als je een graag tansige programma gaan, je laat het punt in een horse voor hard zeg, ha, van een goede kind. Je skip in hele staat trouwens die is Georgia Timms, Kelsey Doherty naar Dusk, je mag go de boksen die is Georgia Timms een mooie goed. Partido is vandaag een gelisje aan de zuige verder voeten. Goalje, maar Toki kassen ze daar le. Mongu uit in de kassen en gereedje dat. Het was Tarsenko Chloe Craig. Is Femiat. Misschien een klikje aan een zuiletje. Een drie hulting uit. Chloe Craig voorste nog de division. Mag je zo'n zaterdag. Agnew, Sonosha. Girozzoli in de train. Zaterdag hele aan te Celtic. Akaramak Agnew to de stena straaier likile. Girozzoli tluger. Harsing je boksen. Jenny Smith. Ross. Idash. Go Hayes. We kreeg een schuurlijke twee in de paadje voor Caitlin Hayes. De kind deze gezonde skippen fipperig misschien een koers guy wacht Schindler als Aske Charlotte Parker Smith. Is het je kleedje gestokken gezien zo in het janetje. Nish Even Chloe Craig, de bal is je niet voor Tjechat. Bos, de Noorse in de Lekal. Katie Lockwood. Agus hoe die pwyle man uit on Tsjechië is fijn. Maar een hoogje. Well, looked a sore one, Claire. But she went to ground there. Katie Lockwood, she got a bit of a knock in the face, I think.
Yeah, she did. She's come in at the back of her, and then there's just caught her on the face with her knee. It will be a really sore one. I hope she's all right. She looks in a lot of discomfort at the minute.
Wel, was een kleintje dat er gal ran, ik lees gekorst va. I guess be famous the code hier is schön. Yes, Natalie Ross Harishman kan terug runes op de goeltje, maar Hanneke Golar. Christian de weg kijken reach de kutje geen colors het gelaat daar you Shian Mayoon. Yes, Sul Ele the shotje gewoon. It was just the way she was coming to ground. There was no intent behind it. It's just unfortunate that her knee caught her nose, I think.
Yeah, she's just coming over the top of her, and as you said, her knee's coming down the way, and it just collides with her face. I think, yeah, her nose is bleeding, I think, by the looks of it.
Well, have we got this on Lockwood de gauw? I guess Femi at Shinnerag. It's certainly a player they wouldn't want to lose, Claire.
Absolutely not. She's been superb for them in the first half, and she started the second half the same way, so they'll be hoping she can get back up and continue.
Look at that, Hannik Wahibs, Tarsing en Vala, Tarsing de Season, en gaat je 4 van. Dat is een taal en kaarts. Dat is je de kasten, als je nas misschien gillen. I guess nul schier gorstig gemaakt. Femi had schöne stoch, betoog je gaat ik in. I guess toch, maar Kitty Lockwood de tussen eerst toch Femi leen uur kutje, maar voelde de lenen. Game kom al het talken ta, I guess zuurdepen bezaal. Is on hard, Grant let you vowel stay. I guess prachtig het al zo is. Well, fortunately, from a Celtic point of view, Claire, the flag went up, but it was a great delivery in from Cara Grant again.
It was just floated right in there, in behind the defence. And as you said, lucky for Celtic that the flag went up there.
Well, in your favour, I guess continue Jailik Kadish. Here it is again, Claire. It's just no one goes to deal with that ball, and that always gives the opposition a half chance.
It does. It's a really clever ball though, because it's floated right in behind the defence and all facing their own goal. But you know, as you said, it's just if you're waiting on it, then it then becomes more difficult to deal with.
Koenig Harts, she's got Janer, I guess at the vegan die Kitty Lockwood down, Idashe the Fad, Kavanagh, tegen de Praag halen, de Sint-Femi Bowlers lijkt het. Craig, Harsinko, Mongieu, Femi het parag kan geen boei per sekutje. Is een Bowler Shin, oh Shin. And again, Claire, there's no real excuse for that.
No, there's no pressure on the ball again, and it's hit out the pitch. It must be so frustrating for Fran Alonso to watch at the side, because there's no reason to hit the ball out when you're under no pressure.
Especially when the opposition are down to 10 players. This is a time when you look to capitalise on that.
You've actually took the words right out of my mouth. As you said, you know, they're down to 10 men, so you need to look and try and take advantage of that.
Mongieu, Dash. I guess. Jenny Smith passed na siarad drops Mark Woodbische go partido. I guess if they push on your zone. It's a kind of call could be Amy Anderson. He is 4 on your chinny, the nacho Katie Lockwood. That's a shame from a Hearts point of view.
It is. I mean, I'm sure Anderson will come on and give her all, but Lockwood has been having such a good game, and she's been such an important player for them this season, so they absolutely wouldn't have wanted to lose her.
Is haast hij vier die stroner raag en nul haast de schillig. Hij is toch door die pulje man geen kutje. De poschen Ishala die is terug wou. Abi Handley mag een sabeltje geeft die wou. You just wonder how long Fran Alonso will give this. I mean, he's already quite impatient down below here, Claire, so I don't think he'll be waiting too long before he makes changes.
I don't either. I expect to see it in the next 5-10 minutes, to be honest, if it remains the way it's been, because they've just started the second half the same way they finished the first.
On you, Tarsing you box it, Kavanagh, Garrigus day, agus an erp, agus Savile and Mavo, Charlotte Parker-Smith. That's such a good save, Claire, because she sees it late, it comes through a forest of legs, but a really good effort from Colette Kavanagh.
It's an outstanding save, and you know, it's really well worked by Kavanagh. It's probably the best move Celtic have had in the entire game. She shifts it from her left onto her right and gets the shot away, and as you say, it comes through a lot of bodies. Some save to get down there and touch that round the post.
Haas Tulkinjoni, the hearts of Celtic Atoshach and Muya Kadish. Now, Oshanila stay that through it. Carl Shaw took some Gallagher, Fiachan the Rutikin Yenige, Carly Girizoli. For the Mache Deval, but again you have to ask, Claire, when you're pushing all these players up from the back, it's so frustrating when the quality is so poor coming in from the corner.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row now, isn't it, that the quality's just not been there at all, but that's where I think as a player, you know, you need to take responsibility and basically say, it's not going for me, I can't get the ball in, just for whatever reason. It happens sometimes, and somebody else go out there and take the corner.
Well, with Ashton allowing, like Charlotte Parker-Smith. Girizoli va punning gevoel Chinsigner, Heenis Hayes Conley, Hein Lavin Rockadora. Tim's a shiss with the vowel of me and a path, Gergus Norton, Natalie Roska, Wicked Cool with Jenny Smith. Then you mark him all a stay, and it's an ish charlie all the mark. Bekan of our games to Wicked Celtic, Tosha Hadarn the day game at the rat. Mary game is a beat, and had to look in at Ashquin. Craig. The Cheval was there. Yes, Lizzie Waldy, Jenna Massinier, Partido, here to Kelly Garcia to the Ish, Cheval last night. Among you, I guess I'd open a go. Hey! Coela! Gidach and Lewis Nikiri, Panagashka, on a skip a Katina Ashkan again. And you let them Jiva Hassage and who is the Chinach by Luke is the box, Snurahanic Bal Tarsing. Agus pick and Dolas Jewish in Kavanagh, Viech and the Jabal line at Ashva, Dal, Cachadora, but Claire, when you look for a goal, when Celtic get in trouble, you turn to your taliswoman, I think we have to call her once again, Caitlin Hayes.
Once again, as you say, she showed how many games how important she is to them, and you know, it's just when the ball's not running for Celtic at all, and even in this second half they turn out and they get a goal from it, and it's a great passage of play, you know, it's patient, it's into Shen who then finds Hayes, and you know, it's a striker's goal really, it's a great turn and into the corner, some finished by her, and our team needed it.
9th goal of the season for Caitlin Hayes, and as you said, I alluded to there, it's just the first touch and the finish into the corner is really impressive.
Really impressive, as I said, it's something you'd expect from a striker, and it might be just what Celtic need to kick on here.
Kuna to show Nish the Hearts, Gallagher, Gayuri, I guess Machko, Partido, Gallagher, Partido Le Coramela, Dolchan Alina, Nisha Bowlich and Tarsing, Savona Taranica, Jenny Smith, Kavanagh, Piech and the Rutikin, Brownlee, Katie, Sakun Kata, Sinish, Gahorchamach. It was a bit of afters here as well, Claire. Colette Kavanagh trying to get the ball back. Shadi, a bit of a wrestling match going on between the two of them there.
Yeah, obviously Kavanagh's want to get the ball back to get it going as quick as possible, and she's trying to prevent that happening. You know, they just both want to win, that's all it's about.
Little and large. Gallagher, Cisco Agnew. Yes, Brachtach Suas now. But we have a game on now, and it's up to Hearts now to respond, and it's Eva Olud, hands on her hips down there. She's thinking about how she can get her team back in the ascendancy again now.
Well, this is exactly where Hearts probably need to improve, particularly against the top three, is when they're in this position, a winning position or a drawing position, can they then be the team that comes back on top again? What you normally see is the fact that they then go on to lose the game. So that's exactly what Eva Oled will not be wanting from Hearts.
Carach yr eisiau mi yn y parc ys a bawl y pwystig o Celtic, Ross. Mach go Murphy Agnew, agos nwrs yn y brachtach edrych o sŵas yr eisiau nhw han Americanach. A couple of times in quick succession there, Claire. She had a chance to break and you'd think she'd be looking across the line, but she's been caught offside.
Yeah, I think for me personally, when I played it, I found it frustrating when a wide player was caught offside when they can see along the line. But at the end of the day, you know, they can only improve going forward.
Parker Smith, Lashib Vreep, Amach, Kiechan the Ein Suez got Georgia Timms, Baul the Plishtig at Ashik, and it's Emma Brownlee, the Muyi, Shadi. Brownlee, I guess Jihrawat Doshik at Timms. I guess either Lua, the Chi and Ron and Lua, the Sun Celtic, I find at Ashcoorman. Kelly Clark, well, Bisha Fadakin Fuch, could do it. Caitlin Hayes, the duel at the Ashton Celtic, or the Pars Voda, Haynes, the duel, who had Georgia Timms. Hayes, the Bao Fata, Shachat, Agnew. Engine Fran Alonso, Nishtib Mishnich, Rosten kind of glued down like it. Timms, Kumalchinis, Njochen Hiltbade, Mach Celia, Lashes the Bao. And that's Bell, alles nas Tachkel and Nishkin and Skipper Alonso. Craig Suez got Gallagher. Bao Lila with the goal. That's one you can take home after the game, Claire, just behind us.
I'm not sure I'd be any good at kicking it anymore. But no, I think that's about ball number 6 that's went out there, you know.
Katie Lockwood is in there. Jake is a strong. I guess Tilligar heeft vader zo'n Hearts is fine. Draast haar Celtic vechen die kunnen ze nu duel hakken balletje tarsing with a suike post de Kavanagh at je goed. I guess with the nerve be falla bacher ook red. And all of a sudden Hearts are under a lot more pressure at the back there.
They are. The goals obviously spurred on Celtic. They've definitely lifted the tempo. You can see the aggression coming back into their game, which is really a strength in their game. And Kavanagh again, you know, in and around the box, just can't really get any purchase on that ball.
He was shot by Jeff. Come on, the cool, says Vasu for Kaelin Michi. Ach, we shouldn't be gemaakt crew. Ik heb wat keer gestaan. Je gebouw wel langs je Michi. Craig Gallagher kind of Ash Gatalo Kavanagh knows got with Suez Gagnere the I'm not sure that's the kind of ball she wants over there.
I actually think it's a decent enough ball in terms of, you know, it's.
But her confidence is so low, she's scared of taking that first touch now.
Yeah, well, exactly. She didn't look too sure, did she, when it was come towards her? But it was a great switch of play.
Rennie had all in it, that's on Hearts. I guess Shadi. Chinye. That's maybe a slight surprise, Claire, because she's been quietly effective as she always is. Very physical, skillful player in midfield.
She has. She's been excellent. I've thought she's worked so hard. So she has in the centre of that pitch, but maybe it's just for some fresh legs. But yeah, she should be proud of her performance today. I thought she's been excellent.
Shadi Adelemkin. I guess I quite bullock tallig to all yet. Kovir, Aaron Brenny, you chinate. The Chikna slew in that. Leave the note to the back up. So I'm going to get chain fat. Alva, Hearts Minion Kere, Gogan Achas in a vow. Gallagher, Geno, Urtus, Uncio, the Vux, Hearts Gata. Craig, parsing me on the path, go Hayes, had the Celtic in the Ashka in the game. Partido, Geno Stefar, clear in the path. Kavanagh. Nui Brownlee, Duval, gaan a post a cool, agus Handley Gargal. Here's Apple Amache, Duval. Yeah, you have to say the delivery, the tempo is just a bit better from Celtic in the second half.
It's much better, and that's a great delivery in towards the back post. Maybe just looking for Smith to anticipate it a bit more and get in there quicker, but some delivery to the back post.
Hearts down Celia Kahane Fiachan die Hinemach Partido die is Fiachan die Prague Alib agus de brachtach en Orson Tosu is nu Smith met Chimbachulige Lene Gian. Gaan ze kooi keer het minach. Ja, was je gedaan Kel. Gavin Beath konden die lead de Bengia kaart ju. Is men je net aardig hier hele goed. Show him de gadash na Faversen. Kavanagh Toshach get boer jaar to the game and is. Agnew to this. Guess who's offside?
I know, she strayed off again. It was difficult to tell there. I'd need to see it again, I think, to see if she actually was offside. But it's all coming from Kavanagh again, driving forward. You know, it's drawing Hearts out, having to step, and she's just pushing past folk, and then obviously tries to slip the ball in, and she's just strayed offside.
What?
Charlotte Parker Smith, Toshgoed, Bekanunje, Goskenis, de reetje de keer door de kapake, you know. Game couldn't have hashen, maar Toshgoed klikjes aan Pung. He's Riesch, Ross, wegen die open getraaien, Pudding Jijn, zoals Gallagher geta. Kavanagh. Smith, Chidi Rash, Chloe Craig. He's gefukt de Suez go Mongu. Partido with Ash gaan klikken de Shinach. Gallagher, Schulten, Kus, Yeshin Kita. I guess hier de bal gauw was Noorsen. Chineste de Coolig Handley. I guess hier het Garswoeie again again. So Amy Gallagher. Birthday cards yesterday, yellow card today for Amy Gallagher.
Yeah, there's no question. It's a yellow card. She knows exactly what she's doing there. She's away from her and just sees fit to stop her so they can get themselves back into shape.
Handley, wie is te fijn. De groei naar huis voor Partido. Hayes, as soon as this is my count, I'm actually trying to work out where she's playing. She's played in about 3 or 4 different positions in the second half so far, Claire. Up front, she's out here sometimes, so really trying to force the issue for Celtic.
Yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what they need. You know, they need folk to start driving the game forward. I think they're coming more and more into the game as the half's gone on.
Gallagher, like Karshwee, die hen for me, we find you look at the mark go Partidos of the ish. I'm not in here, come on, let's do. Nearly the raw sign of the fat guy showed you the Jew. Partido, Paula Dolomachjo, Macassin. How about the Olama? She's, I don't know. She just looks like she hasn't got her bearings on this pitch all day at all.
Yeah, she's just let that run to her and it's run out the pitch. I don't know if it's maybe a confidence thing, that the fact that at the start of the game things weren't really going her way, but yeah, it seems to be everything she's doing is not quite coming off for her.
It's a shot Dollarhort Corm de Hart the eerste bal goed hard zo scored. De Wokstuk Celtic. Lizzie Waldy en ik wil Crystal Palace. Ik was in de season. Hier is Chase. Bij wel nog Gabby Cogan gedaan. Count heen. En dus bleven maken we zo. Maar zo me geven geen shit. Vader St. Celtic gedraast dat Cormach nog een hele nisjoor. Lizzie Waldy de bal dat de bedepig vatten maken de vaat. Kavanagh. Go Smith. Paul Thomas toch er een goedje mee gedaan. Denk dat Jenny Smith een goedje dan het al je. Ach, haast geen harig en als je de Giano Miriam maken en een Jessica is on Chined. Agnew Tarsenko not Ross voor Aster hoe is een zo dat Leas daar is. Charlotte Parker Smith kom al zo hier het. Tegen 50 minuten mee gedaan in een game. Ik guess zijn haastig tool moeder. Kavanagh aan pikken de pik. Toen de Massenjera gaat. Dus je dat gehard. Die is geen laatste keer gewoon naar smoen, maar wat zich hier het leed. Hayes. Komt er zo'n Jenny Smith Juval door Kassen. Kavanagh. Die is wat unig geparkt zo gaan dat is. Soli, yes, going to Ash for Hunter. Shin a share of hearts, I thought she the ball Humal, Nish pick and a share. I guess Cara Grant Cascula gemacht on a duval. I guess Norsen Kairi Dash, she can stick in a Vienko Michi. Shin the ball share Kata, Kavanagh to just soul for the wheel, to Caramel at Emma Brownlee. Als mag de moesten niet tegen bij Kavanagh, hij de leek al. Hij is we zijn Corm de Celtic naar haar geen show Jano, hij is kun je het enige doen in mijn avres. En Jamie Gallagher, maar ik raad misschien niet goed de enige doen. Maar kan hij guess Goldie gelukkig te delen had al in het. I guess Jenny Smith, Chinid Nahanchis, probably not the subs we expected clear, albeit Amy Gallagher's just picked up a yellow, so maybe that's part of the thinking there.
Yeah, it potentially is. Obviously, just knowing the magnitude of the game, not wanting to continue on. It's a pretty physical game, isn't it? So maybe just precaution there, taking her off. To be honest, I would probably expect to have seen Partido to come off just because she's not had been involved that much throughout the game. But the end of the day, both come onto the pitch and see if they can keep this momentum going for Celtic.
I think the player you'd want to see coming off the bench would be Monglou, someone who can really get at the back line and create and take goals.
Well, I did say that at half-time that it would be a substitute I would be expecting to see. Maybe she's not fully fit, maybe it's just something else he's looking for and that's why he's brought on these two players. But yeah, we potentially still might see her. There's still 15 minutes or so to go.
When you can an haast, is toch een café met aardig in een gaai en een hatelijk lege games. Hartstikke tossig dat fijne dasjes tegen een game pikken. He's going to son McInerney. Je dat gaat in van de pinky. Mongu. Celtic heeft vegen die liat in de paard gelegd. Die willen. He's going to call partido. Doring die bouwlijn niet geketa. Mongu, Kevin Kadash, Ross. Savinac en nu Pacina Stay. Goldie. Had je dat gaat in van de paard killen. Nu bewaster. From that kind of distance, Claire, it's going to have to be something special.
It's going to be difficult to score from there, but at least she's got the confidence to take it and hit a shot.
Daar aardige ding Alonso. Bouwde pistje gedash. Getims. Die is Norengie Guma. Die gaan ze bouwen voor de coole gelegenheid en Celtic. Action trying can dribblage go Doherty. Gale zorgen dat je goed op een mag go heen zag Anderson naar hui. Zat er gestjeg. We zijn de Celtic in ieder geval. Ma die is voor Goldie, tune dat geval was McInerney. Die is de bal weer cool in de begade bij McCanyev. We gaan fijn is dus toch Agnew. Voor de geduw fjast kan we in het aan het drapsen. Zorge bal was je na tot Gider go Anderson. Get among you het in ma. Vind je dash, Hapagorgi wie de gore mij. Kreeg vegen die is sheers. The wife Cleese on Celtic. He's bestuurd die is van een goal. Vegen die in heen geboord. Kavanagh. Marco Maria McInerney. Oh, Savali Mavo, Charlotte Parker-Smith, Checha to the bunch of Tarsing. That was a lovely effort on goal, the touch and just, there was no backlift at all and it was really good hands by Charlotte Parker-Smith to tip that over the crossbar.
It was, she done well to get the half yard out her feet and then hit the shot. It's straight at Parker-Smith, I would expect her to save it, but all the same, she needs to get up and tip it over.
Hope that hearts the Yeno Haas get that. Boshang, Dolahina stay the moon. Ross, Idigolamach, Gagal. Must be at the Kamas, Kisomarish, if he's Chase V and you pull it in your shin. Mr. Dish, Parker-Smith, Janamale, Thorn, the fine, really follow up. It was an Orson Ryan through us go. Leer Sleer, Kavanagh. Daar gaan we Jackley heen, Kelsey Doherty. Even mag Karen Stries, not Ross de route in the end. Agnew. Shindawaske de Jackley, I guess Vaniev, Kiri, Georgia Hunter, Raka. Trapse, Agnew het voor de fjars gaan we in het chant. Could have real tarsing, Rawaske de Jackley, Waldy. the Toshach of Anderson. I guess Samach had a good haze with Ashes in a game as in Celtic. Haze the this sign of Ashes on a fault. Aaron Brenny, waar vijgen de plisje van wie aan de paadje. Nu pilles toch hier het hardste van de derde tuil langs me geven. Tjun we kisters boeren te Celtic Chile gedash. Brownlee gedash steko Girazoli. Handley, so it's got Timms, Dolkolar, say fine, Suurvulje. And this is exactly what Hearts need, player, just to give their defenders a break and a chance to put pressure on the Celtic goal.
It does. They've not been up in Celtic's half as much as they were in the first half, have they? But Timms does well there, getting across. Hayes, and whether there's much in it or not, Hearts won't be caring, but it's a really good position for a free kick for them.
Yes, Girazoli, who the tool to game Magedig, now Celtic and an Ardrui. I guess Georgia Hunter had the tool voor ein aan een gemmige derby. Komen zich de kiene gelijkjes en hartige de tasje gezet. You check the Shane. Dying, I guess. He's die is fijn count kunnen zien. I guess goedemach gesabeltje. Key player at both ends of the pitch, Claire.
Yeah, again, you've taken the words out of my mouth. You know, she's shown that she can do it at both ends, not only scoring, but it's some delivery in. Really difficult to defend and does amazing.
Girazoli's putting that in, I think.
Yeah, I think so. She does amazing to get her head on it.
Hearts is a game to haast. I guess just caught him machine. Goed de game we get about. Grant, that's a no shot. Doing van een post te goed, like it's hard to find. Zo get the shinship they pushing. Rizal. This time Girazoli does get ahead in the clear, but unfortunately for her can't get on target.
No, I think it just comes off. Potentially Chloe Craig, I think, goes behind, but she finds herself free there at the back post. So Celtic are going to need to mark her much tighter in this corner.
Well, among you, vijgen die boergelijk maar kun je weg. Hij haast de vijgen die fijne vallen wat je vast te goed. Shin Ferriby, hard te kamen, ze bouwen goed, maar storing geef. Stigen het 6 minuten in Magedig. Grant de dies van een oceaan. I guess how they got to stay, wel genial. Among you, it follow van match Tarsings and the push to crack. Looked like that was in, Claire, but obviously it wasn't. But Celtic survive, a big scare for them there.
They do it again. It's another wicked delivery into the box, and you think that Girazoli's just done enough to get it up and in, but Docherty manages to tip it on. It's a bit of a stramash in there, but they managed to get it away and clear the danger.
Girazoli, Sheen Fash, agus yn clicad ar yng Celtic dlos y rad ydy Jackley a'ch gehyn agus tulig cwsiamach gyda Jailig gyda sio. Grant yn yn awl gael sŵr fwylela agus minit yn fegydig hart sydd y fi mwyig dar y tyrlain. Grant, the Cheval, Docherty, and a Gimach against Gavi Smach. Looked like she hesitated initially, but then she made up her mind, and it's so important for a defender. It's really appreciate when your defender just takes charge like that.
Yeah, definitely. She just comes out and claims the ball and takes the pressure right off her defence there.
Riers gaan je laten. Mag ze gaas gedaan. It's been a really good few minutes for Hearts. The moeilijk, I guess, was er. Bal, het allemaal. Sabeltje voor Handley. Aardige gele is on Celtic. Da aardige gele tal hier is on Celtic. Teddy Burchill. Celia Barkley. Agus Fiskerek. Murphy Agnew. Shachat ha agus ag partido am swingen is toch gezegd partido je I do vele agus the goal je I the Duval. Clearly Mong Lewis is not fit to come on, but not in the manager's thinking at all so far.
No, she's not been, but you know, the players that have come onto the pitch will certainly do a job for them.
Femia had the goede macha is. Kavanagh, Duval with coole geleden Gian. Bartschellach, well, heen is McEnany, nu raam, is Morsenbrop. Poektig coole Tims, weet je de lekkerische game, kom al het al. Natalie Roska, skulige machen en duwillig en een bannerangig. Celia Barkley, fijne hier toe, rechtje. Dash go Hayes. Is Femi go Dash, gaan skippen de Kelly Clark. Ongu. Craig. McEnany, Nuringi fijn Schimmikel het Brownlee. Paul nog het. Jarek Tarsing sin é fiach in the gian o Ishao agus bíist go leor at chú Gary Handley am sin Tarsing sa cúteach go lein na gian Báward agus córa a bhíist agus háscin le lein a fallach dú chuiche van at chú McEnany fiach in the newsí go mal dólach droch fáile Mongu. Craig. Tarsing na pád go dtíis go Hayes agus bhfuil go bhí cáint díis on a darató lein má le bhíneag seo. Paul the hook Alistair, Cara Grant, Jayla Kadishado, the Voksa. Pookty among you, agus Vishin, Kuchum for a line of Gian, a carts. Signs of frustration from Celtic.
Yeah, exactly. I can understand that, you know, they're trying to make stuff happen up there and it's just not quite clicking for them in the final third, but I think they've been much better in the second half.
Lucky the Hilting at the Honkata. Yes, Fran Alonso carrying a 3-punten. Maar a fine chin, be Vern. Fasig na smooth that attain as Rangers. I could go look at our Punix again, Miller. It's going to take one big effort from either side, you feel clear. Just the next goal here is obviously going to be decisive, but who's going to get it? It's hard to say.
It is hard to say. Celtic have probably had the majority of the second half on top, but obviously Hearts just did have that spell where they could have scored. It's who's got the guts to push on and see if they can make it happen.
Kwakamian, Kwakiri, game of Inik. Craig, Tarsing, from McEnany. De Poshang, Vizans, Vishokaram, Riish, the Hayes, Golsuas, Van a Gool, Haynes, Kelly Clark. Yes, goede terug. Nog na jaren. Na game is at the dole. A show son of game of winning. Ik begin je vastget. McInerney le Caschli ga lopen gemaakt en dan klik je daar een goede steek. Junsi uit de boxenwijk. Wel hoe die zorgen dat je voor een goedje gemaakt. Waar wil Kelly Clark vechten die iedere gedasje steek. Ishaal. I guess Haas gaan heel hard ze de bal een vallen. Tres per bal getarsing had Chilico McInerney het je goed. Art Hayes. Shit, they got him again, McGlegg. That was the chance clear to win the game, and you couldn't have wished from a Celtic point of view for it to fall to anyone better. She just gets too much on it.
Exactly, if you want it to fall to anyone, it's Hayes you want it to fall to. How many times has she put those into the back of the net this season? She just, as you said, gets too much on it and it just goes over the bar.
Pavlich and Tarsing by McInerney. It's almost like she's trying to generate too much power on it, Claire, but she just can't keep it down.
Yeah, it is. She's trying to get the power onto it where it probably just needs the direction.
Tikshin could be Kane Minach to Gunya Varaka in a chittig again, Marshin Haunia on the son, show Vinya cast, Doka skip it. Vil Hearts, Jechanish, Tolich, Ping or to the game. Hulitinya, Achkas and a dash to Leach Hane. Craigle, Paul Caraneta, a Leon of Ashin. Chile Ashik. If it's a draw, Claire, it's not the worst result from a Hearts point of view. It means that they have picked up points for the first time against Celtic, but from a Celtic point of view, it'll be quite costly.
Yeah, it's probably more disappointing for Celtic if it remains a draw. But yeah, Hearts, you know, they would take that all day long if we offered it to them before the game. They've never taken points off of Celtic, so it would be a positive for them.
They're gonna Kane Minich and McGilligan again, and interesting, as we expected, Caitlin Hayes is now playing up front, Claire. It's all or nothing now.
It is, and obviously we've seen it happen in a few games this season where they're looking for a goal and they push her up there.
Is Femi at Juna Keen and Juna Merach and at Cool, Kelly Clark, Jack Gronko with Ashko Doherty. Kaglos at the Max Vinach. Go Craig. Mongu had a goal of Ash, Huchaka Lane and G and Le Hayes, they go through his Hananoi. I find Suag again, I guess game at Jerizoli. Suag mine at the shin. Oh, droch pass. Well, Kelly Clark she could Ross on the triplet, I guess. Niacha Sapia Gronchas on Cara Grant. I think that's a sign from Cara Grant, Claire, that they're happy with the point.
Yeah, it's never on there for Tim. She's never getting that, but I think, as I said just a few minutes ago, I think they'll be delighted with a point if they can keep it like this.
Arachigela. Kathleen McGovern, Shane Sean Quicketanek Celtic, at Shane Edis on Georgia Thames. Ortegarisha Glanchin van een Bingie Sterline gelegen game. The Hearts. Femi at the Durlach heen again. Craig, well, he just Kahili go Cara Grant's a Corma Shock McGovern. District Savinach go Kel Millen in Pathke. Gevolgd gaat hoort en de Jesus die kost genoemd. On you. Yes, klik het hart to the Fakel Edelaar. I guess klik het Celtic kuchtig tegen de moeie boksen. Shinnacoint Gorst. Micranach Carly Jerizoli, Shinna the PL5 pit. Did the Vera, Jalan Kavanagh, look at the Celtic, Hagiri Golar. Girazoli out. Zitten we moet boksen. Haast, dat is een veel. Girazoli. Fijn pulje minuten, agus Carantua, a gedasje de kassen. Kavanagh féidir idashe de fad geach Carly Girazoli sin stochan a smisse mi eisiau hyn sin an algod yn y pathge and a céad minute sin to gwyn farach gyda chyn sydd fallaf. Thankfully both players okay clear, but this probably helps Eva Leiden Hart, stops the game, stops the rhythm and edges them ever closer to that first point against Celtic.
Yeah, it was a nasty one between both of them, but as you said, thankfully okay, but yeah, it just gives Hearts a wee minute to regroup here.
Fiarin Pianish to Celtic a Daratul, a show ein sata Puchtu Hulit Nyasuas Hunter Kain a Falav Nat Ross Gahilig. Let Kavanagh Asha the Fath Yakuchach, Fiachan the Upper Hutroinko Hayes. Nee, via de Cheval Sochterguk. Sanoorsen, via de trucje Jeno. En ze gaat zo eens alleen naar Genoering gevangen gaat het Brownlee. En is hard sekiel, ik het pink echt reëel. En nu Celtic, maar goed, ik is dat maar zo. Girazoli, Suasalina. Celtic a riamach a unionish agus Hearts a cosk na jikin and you'll capax a beer game of the Ashkatol. Mongu, Maramikrad, Ashtalina Gian. Nu smooi na hintje in je bouw, de mag en de duivel, gaan nur in de park, lees nog eenmaal eens gaan nur in. Pas, Tjogro, Bras. Haast haar game, kom al het al. Hayes het Chiville, dat schrijft Kiri or a Kafaki, you know. Mongu, Gahilig is there. Had het al gaan en Osheng Suedele. Hele some kwiet Paul had de vrippe gemacht in duivel Sanunje gaskart zag ze winnen Paul in de gedaasje van de Vuxak Celtic. Agus hapli Osheng gevat toch Nunje. Shell again, I guess it is show kind Catchville Caitlin Hayes, Catchville Kelly Clark is Chloe Craig. Shell how Fadachkin Coram Magedig Yen again is Femi Bowl Stay Vika Mana Share and had a week show. Puchtig, Rachel de Custata de Reposhen. We can the Puchtig. Yes, McGovern Buchelach se fine. Fachtel Corlech even a reach of it. Hayes, the Dolchana. Fostui, Art, the stay, I guess, G the Hamach, I guess, Shinna Driplet, the VX Celtic, a Juke in your Labau, Mageda, get the Vimaculio, I guess, McInhenny, Lisha, Nurpat, I guess, the Cora Mageda, how Farkin, either go Shachat. Weet je dat het zo lelijk had je nu dat Charlotte Parker Smith toch een beetje vreemd maar jedig in een game Nisha Gabiel Rachel the Hashechat, agus the Hearts, 8 ping, Echtriel Hokal, agus be Eva Olid, 4 Holich, Lishin Jew, the Hechkin, the Viant the Hearts, and the Celtic, ping board guys, and da ping board ha Celtic at the Likalas, agus the Nation again, again the Kuchuk. At je goed schachkesen, vis Kema, mi Holich of Fadaking, the score shot. Here's Fran Alonso, he is falling. With Caitlin Hayes, Celtic at Ashgan again, Sadara late. Hapuringai, Udara, tail line, I guess a shot I can orium. Ha Kriegen Hukuin and Hearts a Hoon, Celtic a Hoon.
Well, Shune game, Uloags, Upper game, ahead of the Yaking a shot, I can orium. Tull Anura, Agus Ping Anura, Aether Heart, Agus Celtic. Claire, what a game we had here at the Orium. A footballing cliche, I know, but a game of 2 halves and a point apiece. Do you think it's a fair result in the end?
It probably is. As you said, it was a game of 2 halves. Hearts more dominant in the first half, and I think Celtic come on to a game in the second half. Probably not as dominant as they would like themselves to be and normally have been in games, but I think probably 1-1 is a fair result.
Caitlin Hayes, of course, coming up, trumps once again for Celtic. She always scores, when Celtic need her, when they're losing or when they need a winner. She always scores, and she came up again today.
She did, and you know, I said in commentary, it was a striker's finish. The ball gets played into her from Shen, and it's a great turn and finish into the corner. Such an important player for Celtic, not just at that end of the pitch, but also defending. You've seen Gerasoli was in, and would have been a tap in with the head, and she gets her head on it and puts it behind.
Despite that, though, Celtic getting that goal, they've dropped 2 points, unfortunately.
They've dropped 2 points, and I'm sure they will see it that way, knowing the type of team that they are. But I think, you know, Hearts deserve their point, and there's no taking away from that.
We're nearly out of time, though, Claire, but just to chat about Hearts now, a big point for them, the first point they've ever gotten against Celtic.
It is, it's the first time that they've taken anything from Celtic, and I think that they need to take the positives from that. If you'd have gave them a 1-1 draw at the start of the game, I think they've taken it, so I think they will be the more pleased of the both teams.
Well, that's halfway point of the season, plenty more to look forward to, but thank you for now, Claire, and have a happy Christmas as well, and a merry New Year, a happy New Year as well. A sin chafore fwyng sio BBC Alapa, nolig thiel gwyfwylog, plynwyr fa nhw de hiki. Tap leisio, saich fa.